Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, welcome to our lessons. And today we're going to learn about syllable, cluster, stress, and intonation. Talking about the stress, we need to talk about something more important, which is the physical. What does it mean, a syllable? And then we're going to talk about the syllable stress. What is syllable? Basically, a syllable is transition unit having one vowel sound. The syllable. The syllable is a very important unit. Most people seem to believe that. Even if they cannot define what a syllable is, they can count how many syllables there are in a given word or sentence. The nature of syllable it was shown that one could decide whether a particular sound was a vowel or a consonant on phonetic grounds in relation to how much they abstract the air vowel, or on phonological grounds, vowels and consonants having different distributions. So, stress and intonation. What is the stress in English? If you have already studied about syllable, so about stress it is very easy. Like banana. Banana have a three syllable. Banana. Stress is if we pronounce the words in English, the one of the syllable we must give a little press to the syllable, like banana, banana. We give a little press to the second syllable, so banana, la la la, mimi, da da da, banana. The right word is the stress. How to pronounce stress? There are things you need to do to pronounce stress correctly. 1. The stress syllable should be louder. 2. The stress syllable should be a little higher. 3. The stress syllable should be a little longer in time. So, stress is the emphasis given a specific syllable. Okay?
Okay, I will give example of stress in two syllables. But anyway, I want to explain about type stress in two syllable. Stress in two syllable have three types. Types 1. If the word is a noun, so the stress is on the first syllable. Example: doctor. Doctor has two syllables, but the first syllable is a duck. And then two types. If the word is a verb, so the stress is on the second syllable. Example: decide. Decide has two syllables, but the second syllable is side. And finally, or three types. If the word is an adjective, so like a noun is the one the first syllable. Example: Varmal. Varmal has two syllables, but the first syllable is a var.
Here we have three kinds of examples. The number one is at the beginning is anyone, at the middle is computer, and at the end afternoon.
Here we go to some examples of the stress in four or more syllables. The first, in words with four or more syllables, the stress is always in the middle of the word, not on the first or the last syllable. The examples are information, communicate, and photographer. Then the second, if a word ends by shin, sin, and cyan, the stress is always in the second last syllable. The examples are information, discussion, and politician. The third, if a word ending "ik", the stress like before. The examples: economic, Atlantic, dramatic, and scientific. Then the fourth, if a word ends by the letter Y and has 3 or more syllables, then the stress is 2 syllables before the last one. The examples are biology and luckily. Then the fifth, if a word has 3 syllables and ends in Y, the stress is almost always on the first syllables. The examples: pregnancy, chemistry, and robbery. Then the sixth, if a longer word is made from shorter, so the stress is in the same place as the root word. The examples: comfort, comfortable, and discomfort. Then the last, any words that the stress can move when you make a longer word from a root word. The examples are photograph, photography, and photography. That's all for me.
Okay, after we know about syllable and stress, we will talk about consonant clusters. Before that, do you know about consonant? Consonant is phoneme whose articulation involves some audible obstruction in the oral cavity. There are about 24 consonant sounds in 26 alphabet. So, how about consonant cluster? A consonant cluster in a word is a group of consonants with no vowels between them. Consonant cluster is divided into two kinds. There are two kinds of consonant cluster. First, initial consonant cluster, and the second, final consonant clusters. There are 39 initial consonant clusters and 151 final consonant clusters. Next, I will give you some example of consonant cluster.
I would like to give you the example of the initial cluster consonant in two consonants. The first I have SP to speed, sport, and spy. Next I have ST to stay, storm, and stop.
I want to explain the example of three consonant cluster. Initial consonant cluster. There are some examples from three consonant. The first, split and splash. In the word split and splash, there are three consonant SPL. The second, spray and sprite. In the word spray and sprite, there are three consonant SPR. The third, strong and stream. In the word strong and stream, there are three consonant STR.
The next part of consonant cluster is final consonant cluster. Final consonant cluster is a consonant cluster that occurs in the end of the word. Final consonant cluster is divided into three parts. Those are: the first is two consonants. Some of the examples of two consonants are NT, ant, LP, help, SK, ask, MP, lamp, MZ, seems, and KT, walked.
Okay, next I will give the example of final consonant cluster in three consonants. First, we have KST, text. Next, we have KST, sixth. Next, we have MPT, contempt. Next, we have SPS, corpse. Next, we have RLD, world. Next, we have RST, burst. Thank you.
And then for consonants, I have 4 words for example. The first is text, text, context, context, attempt, attempt, prompt, prompt. Please note that words such as angst, amongst, and the likes do not qualify as words with clusters of 4 consonant sound in the final position. This is because the ang pronounced as a single sound. That was the explanation of our syllable, stress, and clusters. We hope that it will be useful. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.